Hello. So let's talk about this here, full vinyasa 30 plus. So I mentioned about it a little bit briefly already, about my thoughts, my kind of ideas that I have, and I have been thinking about it. And some of you responded to it. Thank you very much. Thank you for the responses. Many of you were actually quite interested of this. So let's talk about it a little bit more so that we get more people to know about it, and let's give it a try. So I'm going to do a 1 week long experiment with this full vinyasa 30 plus. So shortly, for anyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about, it's a full vinyasa is a concept that I have created, and I've taught that and different versions of that class online for a long time. But now, due to many reasons, I've come to this idea of doing a short form practice, which is 30 plus minutes long. So it's about 30 minutes plus, just a few minutes maybe in the end, depending on how we do it. But basically, it's a 30-minute long yoga practice, but we do it every day. So it's not you do it 3 times a week. You want to do it every day, and it's a ritual. I call it a morning ritual. And I will explain why I think about it like this. But first, what is it? So 6 a.m., I will go live for 30 minutes. So it's going to be that practice. Every day is slightly different. So Monday is theme number 6. You don't have to know what this means, but I will just explain it. Some people know. 6 ABC, which is the hip opening, pose A, pose B, pose C. So when I'm talking now about the sitting sequence. Before we go into sitting, let's start from the beginning, from the top. Sun salutation A 2 times, sun salutation B 2 times. Okay? Then, in certain days, and these days are Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sunday, we will have a balance sequence as a standing sequence. So just balance. Then those other days, so Monday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we will not have standing sequence at all. But we have the full vinyasa method, which means that every sitting pose that we do starts standing. So there's a lot of movement all the time. Why like this? Why do we have the balance sequence in certain days? It's because those days we have poses that are quicker to do, so then we have more time. So then on those days I will have that balance sequence. So the balance sequence will be 3 times a week, and 4 times a week, no standing sequence. Okay, so 6, Monday, hip opening ABC. 7, Tuesday, is core strength ABC. 8, Wednesday, upper body strength ABC. So that's maybe the hardest day in a way, but it's only 3 poses. Then Thursday, we have 9, which is forward bending ABC, so 3 poses. 10, rotation, so that's where are we? Friday. 10 is Friday. Today is Friday, yes. It's rotations, ABC. And then 11, Saturday, deep hip opening, ABC. And 12 is back bending, Sunday. Okay? So every day we have a different practice, but we have the same system. So you will learn it, and it will be really easy to follow. The sun salutations, we always do the same way. The balance sequence will more or less be the same. And the poses that we do, 6ABC, always the same. After we finish the sitting sequence, so we do it with the full vinyasa method, meaning that we start the sitting poses from standing. So there is this sun salutation type of movement always there. But when we finish the sitting sequence, then we do back bending. We do Urdhva Dhanurasana, so bridge pose or wheel pose. And then we do the counter pose, which is forward bending. And then we do Null Vinyasa. Null Vinyasa means that we have yin type of poses where we stay, let's say, up to 2 minutes, maybe even longer sometimes. And these are soft poses, so the practice ends with this nice soft, maybe couple of poses. We don't have a lot of time there, but you could always, if you would like to, you could just keep going, or you can do a long meditation or a long relaxation afterwards. Okay? So this is the idea, the concept. So we start 6 a.m. and we want to create this morning routine. Saturday and Sunday, I was thinking, my first thought was maybe 8 a.m. Still, it's morning, but it's a little bit like, yeah, you can, it's weekend, you can relax a little bit more. But we create this routine where we wake up earlier and we go then to bed also earlier. So this is beneficial for your health and well-being. The quality of those hours, let's say I will probably wake up at 5 o'clock. I will wake up at 5. Maybe I have to do some preparations. So if I need to go to work early, so I would do my preparations for that. I will have a coffee. I will take my time to enjoy myself. And then 6 o'clock practice. And then 6:30 we're done. And then maybe breakfast. And then I go to work. The quality of these hours in the morning compare to the quality of the hours in the late evening, let's say 10 to 12, it's very different. And the effect it has on me is very different. So the choices I make between 5 and 7 a.m. in the morning are much better choices than the choices that I make from 10 to 12 p.m. Right? Do you understand? So I can watch TV 10 to 12, or I can drink beer or whatever. The choices that I make in between 5 and 7 in the morning, very different, right? So the quality of my experience gets better when I shift my days earlier. That is my own experience, and I invite you to give it a try. Also, we sleep better. When we wake up in the morning, like earlier morning, we go to bed earlier in the evening. So basically what that means for me, when I wake up at 5, I will go to bed between 9 and 10. So at 10, I'm sleeping already. And when you learn this, it might take a little bit of time before you are used to this. So you just have to wake up early. Just wake up early, and eventually the body will adjust to it. The body-mind system. So when I sleep at 10, the quality of my sleep is better. This, like Ayurveda talks about this, and I actually experience it myself. So if I sleep from 10 to 6 or 10 to 5, it's better than sleeping from 12 to 7 or 8. Okay? Give it a try, then you know. So we wake up early morning, we do the practice. So the first thing that you do, like every day is a new beginning, right? Every day is like, I'm here. I'm having this human experience. We don't often think about it like this. We're so stuck in our routines of like, I have to go to work and do this and that. So we're just always out there somewhere trying to survive rather than being here now, understanding and experiencing that I have this opportunity to experience what it is to be a human being. So we have this new day. So what do we do first? Maybe you have that cup of coffee, but then you practice. So you do work with yourself. It's a choice that you made to take care of yourself. You breathe and you move, you stretch, you strengthen, you practice balance, you gain body awareness, you become connected with this physical body. So you don't lose yourself out there to survive your day, but you start by connecting with your actual vehicle, this physical body. And you made a choice to take care of it. This is an interesting idea because it's not just that choice that you made now to practice. That's not the only thing that you do. What you do is you made a good choice that serves you. And when you do that, when you make that choice, it's likely you will do it again, make it again. And when you do have these routines where you make these good choices, you start to add other better choices, like diet. So if you just keep practicing yoga daily, your diet will change. Not because you have to change it, but because the way that you feel when you practice, this will then kind of, I don't know how to say it, like bleed into other aspects of your life, where you start to feel like, okay, this helps me, then I know that this one thing here doesn't help me, doesn't serve me. So I can then leave that out. It's natural to, no, I don't want that. I want to, like, okay, let's say just a simple, maybe a silly example. I would like to have a sandwich. Okay, so then I put some cream cheese and blue cheese and this cheese. I love cheese. And then I have my sandwich and I feel, wow, this is tasty, but it gives me nothing. It gives me nothing that I need. So then the option is that, okay, when I make these better choices, then that will influence the other choices. I want to have a sandwich. Okay, but I would actually like to feel good. So what would I do? Rye bread, hummus, avocado, seeds or sprouts, a little bit of salt, maybe lemon juice, a little bit, something like this. And you make this sandwich that looks better, smells better, tastes better, is better. You can feel that this serves me. When I eat this, there's something for me to gain from it. It will serve me, it will support me. Okay? So this is what happens. But we need to have a routine. So I'm saying that seven times 30 minutes is much more powerful than 3 times 70 minutes. It's the same amount of minutes. But if you do it daily, short, the influence will be much greater. Why? Because you wake up early, you get a routine where your whole day starts to become more structured or better structured. You are going more with the natural rhythms. So, for instance, it's not good to wake up early in the week and then in the weekends you would just like break the routine totally. You should have a similar routine because then you rest better. So, we have this routine. We wake up earlier and that will influence our lives. We will take care of ourselves and then this will then lead to other good choices that we make that will again give us more life force to experience this life. See, I don't think there's anything that we need to do. My philosophy is that there is no finish line other than death, and that will come. So, by the way, I'm not promoting this idea because I want to live longer. I don't need to add years to my life. I need to add life to my years. This is the idea. So there's nothing I have to do here. There's no right way to to live your life. Like now, when you practice yoga, that's the right. No, it's just that when you structure your life a little bit differently, you will make better choices and you will have more life in your experience. Because we are here, so why not? I know how to make bad choices. I make them all the time. So I'm not talking here as a someone up there like I know that I know actually do know this because I've done this so many times, but I'm going back and forth. The good choices, the bad choices, right? And I need this for myself. This is why I'm so interested of this whole thing is because it is for me as well. I work a lot. It's a physical work. I need support for that. And I know the yoga practice does that. I had some notes here. I will check them. Hold on a second. So remaining functional while growing older, that was one of the key things that I was thinking of. See, I'm turning 50 and my parents are 80. So I feel it myself and I see it around me that it's a fact that if we don't take care of ourselves now when we still can, it might be one day you realize that now it's too late. When your knees are messed up, when your shoulders are messed up, when your back is messed up, because you didn't make the right choices, you didn't move the body right, it's gonna be really difficult for you to do anything. And then you can't go into a deep squat. Then you can't tie your shoelaces. Then you can't go to the forest and pick berries. Because you physically can't do that. You can't raise your arms up to reach the shelves up there because your shoulder doesn't work that way anymore. This is a fact. This happens to people. Ask and observe the older people. So, the choices we make now will influence how functional we grow up. I'm turning 50. I'm not just planning to live for 100. If I do, great. If not, that's fine. But I just want to be able to live the lives that I have. So, strength, flexibility, body awareness, balance, these are important topics. And like the range of movement. Like, can I reach up here? Can I make a deep squat? I can, but I want to make sure that I can do that when I'm 70, when I'm 80, if I have that long. I don't know. I talked about the good choices generate other good choices. So this is something that I've noticed so many times. So when you choose better, the other things will be influenced by your choices. That is how it works. The morning ritual is important because it will set up your day differently and start your day with yourself. Because if you want to give something to the world, if you want to bring your consciousness through your body into this world and experience this, help others, whatever it is, serve society or humanity, you cannot do that if you don't take care of yourself first. You have to be selfish. So always start with yourself. Because if you don't start with yourself, you have nothing to give. You have to be quote unquote selfish. I'm preaching, I know. Daily vinyasa. So it's not just the physical aspect of the practice, but it's the vinyasa system. Vinyasa is the breath and the movement. So it's the breathing that leads the movement. Your breathing, when it's proper, you will influence your nervous system and your mind. So then you can use your mind not let the mind use you. So if you sometimes feel that you are not in control, it's because you are not. Because other kind of other systems are in charge. Your mind is going crazy, your emotional side is going crazy, but you are not in charge. Other systems are. So with this daily vinyasa system, hold on, I have to, my battery is dying. Hold on. Okay, maybe this will work. Just a second. Maybe I can find my charger. Where is it? Where are you? Charger. I think I found it. Yes. Sorry about this. I hope it's mine. Yeah, it is. Just a second. And we are plugged in. Yes, so we are back. So I talked about the breath. So it's a breathing practice. This breathing practice makes it meditation. This breathing, we'll learn to breathe, will influence the nervous system, the mind, not losing ourselves into the experience, but being able to step back and have the experience, but not lose ourselves into the experience. Because sometimes that might be hard when we lose ourselves into the experience. Okay, there's at least one more important thing. I've been teaching yoga for more than 20 years, about 20 years. I didn't start with Ashtanga, but still. I've been teaching yoga for about 20 years. And the biggest issue why people are not succeeding is that they don't have the discipline to keep going. So they do it, they get the benefits, and they're like, yes, this is amazing. Then something happens, and then they kind of fall off from it, from the routine, and then it's really difficult to get back. Many of you know this. It's not just yoga, it's in everything regarding training, like physical activity like this. So this is something that I have tried. I have tried to find a solution for it, to try to make it easier for people to join the classes. And this has always been my approach, try to make the step easier to get started. But I don't feel I have succeeded. Obviously, I have brought yoga to many people and they have changed their lives through the practice of yoga. I do know that. But I would like to see yoga work even better, to make a system where it actually works for basically everyone. And that's why I'm now taking this approach of the short form practice. So we can find the time for 30 minutes. It's a lot easier for us to find, especially because in the morning there's not that many distractions. At 6 a.m., what do? Sleep or practice. And when it's only 30 minutes, it's not that bad. It's not like, oh my God, it sounds like I have to do 90 minutes of practice. No, you don't. 30 minutes. And of those 30 minutes, it's only 20 minutes active. It's nothing. Everyone can do it. But the benefit is amazing from that short time of practice. So, one of the things, especially now as I'm teaching online, is the lack of community. It's when we have a studio, yoga studio, people will come there. They will get out from their homes and get into the shala to practice. They will meet other people. So it's just get out from your home and get there. then everything happens by itself, right? Now, as we practice at home, online, we don't have the same community, and that is something I want to change. This is something I want to this problem is that I want to solve, the community aspect. So, how? At 6 a.m., I go live. And eventually, it will be so that I will have a recording of the class, the beginning of the class. I will be there with you, practicing with you, because I also want to practice. I don't want to just teach. But I don't have to always teach the thing that we always do the same way. So I have a recording, plus I will be on the screen with you practicing, right? Then we have the live chat that we can communicate before the class, after the class. Also, when I start the class, I will be there to talk to you. Maybe I want to share something. And in the end of the class, when we do Null Vinyasa, I will then instruct it always, because I want to probably change some of those poses in the end, right? So partly a video, but me being there live with you, and partly me teaching the end. Then I will restream this class at different times, because I want to create this global thing where people will join our team of waking up before 6 and practicing 30 minutes at 6 o'clock. So I want to create a community around this. So now let's say London, I don't know, is it 1 or 2 hours difference? I do Monday morning, I do a practice, the class. Then I was there live. And maybe some of you are there as well. So if you join through my system, then there's StreamYard, then you might be a small icon on the screen as well, if you want. Or you can just be on YouTube, then you're not on the screen. Then let's say London is 2 hours difference. So 2 hours later, this class will be restreamed. But that restream will also have a live chat. So then John, doing in London, hey, John is here, I'm gonna practice today, anyone else here? So then, I don't know who is there, you can communicate, or I can join the live chat 2 hours later if I have the possibility. I'm hey, okay here, blah, 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 blah. Have a great practice and see you tomorrow again. So I want us to start building this community. I know some of you are good at this. I'm not really good at this, but I need to just learn it. So let's try to build a community around the globe that they will practice, we will practice, do the same thing, and I will just restream the class, go around the globe, and then next day, Tuesday, boom, same thing, new class, restreaming around the globe. And so if you don't want to wake up before 6, maybe you want to practice at 7, maybe there is a class that you can join, or let's say London would be our 8 o'clock, for instance. Then someone in Tallinn is, hey, I'm the 8 o'clock Tallinn person. So I'm a bit lazier. I don't want to wake up that early. Whatever it might be the reason for that. We all have our lives and whatever. So then you can do that, right? But still, I do recommend the morning practice. I do recommend the morning routine, the ritual. But anyway, so this is, if we could do this, it would mean that around the world we would have people that have the same goal, take care of themselves, make better choices, set up the life a little bit differently, practice in the morning to be able to then serve others during the day. We would have kind of the same morning ritual. We just do it in different times because we are in different time zones. And then I could also eventually start mixing it up a little bit. I could do be live in some of those classes that are in a different time zone if I am able to do that. Okay? So shortly said, Monday, now it's Friday, so Monday I will start this. From Monday to Sunday, I will try this. I will just try how is the routine, like can I manage it myself? Is it possible? Me teaching this early full vinyasa with some sound. I will have to figure out with the family how they take it. And also, do I have time to prepare for my work? So, all of that. So I just want to see it. And also I want to see how you feel about it. Okay? Too much preaching, so I will end it now. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you in the classes. Full Vinyasa 30 plus, and that's the hashtag you see on the screen. I guess you can't have plus signs in hashtags, so we have to write it like that. See you soon. Bye bye.